is Friday, December 18. Welcome to CGN News. A Jamaican who purchased a lottery ticket for $300 is the winner of the $301.5 million Super Lotto jackpot. Supreme Ventures says one lucky person won the jackpot with the winning numbers 3, 14, 25, 33, 35, and Super Ball 02. The Super Jackpot game was hit on Friday, December 11. The winning ticket was purchased at the Lotto Superstore in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. This is the second Jamaican to win the Super Lotto this year. It is also the third consecutive win for Jamaica in a game that is played in 6 territories across the Caribbean. The winner has 90 days to come forward with the winning ticket to claim the prize. Trinidad and Tobago says it will impose stiffer penalties on those trafficking migrants from neighboring Venezuela. This comes days after a Venezuelan boat headed to the Caribbean twin island nation sank, killing at least 28 people. A humanitarian crisis in Venezuela has spurred the mass migration of millions, including to Trinidad and Tobago, where at least 40,000 Venezuelans now live. Prime Minister Keith Rowley said his country has more fleeing Venezuelans than any other nation. Rowley said there would be no mass deportation of Venezuelans early next year. However, Venezuelans who have been responsible for bringing illegal migrants into the Caribbean country will be at the head of the line to go back home. The United States Agency for International Development, USAID, is helping Haitian students be better prepared to learn for the 2020-2021 academic year through the distribution of books and essential sanitary supplies. USAID has distributed French and Creole reading, learning, and teaching materials to first and second grade students and teachers in 600 schools throughout Haiti. The initiative aims to help keep students learning in a safe environment while preventing the spread of COVID-19. The agency has also partnered with the Caris Foundation and UNICEF to distribute hand washing stations, buckets, soap, chlorine, and COVID-19 awareness pamphlets to 300 schools in 5 departments. Brazil's Supreme Court has ruled that coronavirus vaccination can be made mandatory. However, the court also says Brazilians may not be vaccinated against their will. The court statement noted that the ruling paves the way for state and municipal governments to approve laws imposing fines or restrictive measures for anyone refusing to take a vaccine. President Jair Bolsonaro has repeatedly said he will not take any vaccine and opposes mandatory immunization. Opinion polls show a growing resistance to vaccination, with 1/5 of those surveyed saying they don't intend to get a shot. The COVID-19 vaccine developed by Pfizer and BioNTech was the first to be approved when the UK gave it the green light. The United States also approved the vaccine for emergency use, and Canada too administered its first doses. However, Pfizer's CEO Albert Bourla has not received his own company's vaccine yet. In an interview with CNN's Sanjay Gupta, Bourla said he and his executives will not be cutting the line. Limited doses of the vaccine are available in the US, and the authorities are prioritizing the most vulnerable groups. Bourla, 59, said he is not a frontline worker. He is in good health, and so it would not be right for him to get the vaccine first. A Jamaica-born nurse made history when she became the first person in the US to get the vaccine. The U.S. Energy Department is the latest agency to confirm it has been breached in what is being described as the worst ever hack on the U.S. government. The department is responsible for managing U.S. nuclear weapons, but said the arsenal's security had not been compromised. Tech giant Microsoft also said on Thursday that it had found malicious software in its systems. Many suspect the Russian government is responsible. Russia has denied the claims. British Home Secretary Priti Patel says if she saw someone flouting coronavirus rules, she would set the police on them, and urging fellow Britons to do the same. Patel told BBC Breakfast Thursday that seeing the public and police working together was an integral part of combating egregious breaches of COVID-19 laws. She praised the police for their role in enforcing the rules and preventing lawlessness, which would aid the spread of the virus. Patel, who is well supported by conservative hardliners, has been widely criticized for her remarks on social media, with many people calling her out for double standards on rule breaking. Muslims in Sri Lanka are outraged over the cremation of a 20-day-old COVID-19 victim last week against the family's wishes. This is the latest in more than a dozen such cremations in the Buddhist majority country since the pandemic erupted. Ignoring the World Health Organization's guidelines, which permit both burials and cremations, Sri Lanka in March made cremation mandatory for coronavirus victims. Muslims and Christians bury the dead, but Sri Lanka's mandatory cremation policy for those infected with COVID-19 has left minority communities feeling helpless and angry. Azath Saleh, leader of the National Unity Alliance, told Al Jazeera that it was a violation of basic human rights. Russia was banned Thursday from using its name, flag, and anthem at the next 2 Olympics or at any World Championships for the next 2 years. The Court of Arbitration for Sports ruling also blocked Russia from bidding to host major sporting events for 2 years. Russian athletes and teams will still be allowed to compete at next year's Tokyo Olympics and the 2022 Winter Games in Beijing if they are not implicated in doping or covering up positive tests. The punishments are less than the 4-year ban the World Anti-Doping Agency had proposed. Hundreds of schoolboys kidnapped last week from a boarding school in northwestern Nigeria have been released, local authorities have told the BBC. A spokesman for the governor of Katsina State said 344 had been freed and were all in good condition. However, other reports suggest some remain in the hands of their captors. The attack was claimed by the Islamist militant group Boko Haram, which hours earlier released a video apparently showing some of the boys. In his statement, the spokesman Abdul Labaran said the boys were being taken to the regional capital, Katsina City, and would soon be reunited with their families. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.